Big Game James. He's got the knee thing going. Maybe you can step up and maybe just do a worthy clap.
That's something Brez would love to do.
Roll it back?
Yeah, Brez's shoulders is dancing skills, so show your clapping skills.
All right, James, you got to roll the shoulders, right?
Get into a Brez.
There you go. Brez,
do it, Brez. Do it, Brez.
That's enough.
Do it, Brez.
Go to
That's pretty good. That's pretty good sitting from the sitting position.
After Sunday's loss to Dallas, the team went out on the road in what was believed to be a very tough first 2 games at Denver and in Utah. They refocused, back-to-back nights in big game domination. Some of the best basketball they've played all year long. They are 10-0 away from Staples Center, and just really impressive all around.
Yeah, and that sends a strong statement to the rest of the league that we're coming. We don't lose on the road. We're coming to play. And considering, the schedule, a lot of people talked about it was in their favor, at their advantage, and they took advantage of those games and they won. And then we talked about getting into the meat of the early season with 500 teams, playoff teams. Tough loss against Dallas. Then you go into Denver with the altitude. That was a big win. And then back-to-back in another altitude city to go in and do what they did against Utah, a really good defensive team. I mean, they shot 52% from the field, paint, fast break points, block shots, steals, everything they did. And they enhanced it tonight. They're having fun, and that they're a unit, that they like each other. Doesn't matter who gets, all the accolades, whether it's a Danny Green dunk or a Caruso dunk or, Dwight Howard 3. It's always, happy bench over there. That's good. That means they're having good practices, good plane rides, good bus rides, like us. Our chemistry's perfect around here.
Strong brotherhood. Strong brotherhood.
Everyone's happy over here. By the way, Dwight.
You're just happy over there?
Dwight, 9%. 9% career from behind the arc.
I want to ask you what the most impressive stat is. I'm trying to figure it out. 7 turnovers on the road in Utah. 32-5 fast break points.
Good.
12 blocks, 13 steals, 14 threes.
That 32-5 is really impressive.
Is that the one that sticks out for you?
I mean, Utah likes to get out and run a little bit, too. I know they didn't have Conley, but that was pretty impressive.
How important was it to come out in that first quarter with 0 turnovers and kind of set the tone? Because they went down 8-3, and you're thinking, okay, everyone's sick. It's okay if you get run out one night, but 5 minutes later, they're up 10.
This is a good ball club, Utah. They got a little pride. They came out. They was very aggressive, attacking the basket. They got 3 straight baskets, and next thing you know, the Lakers figured it out, and they cut that out. And that's a sign of a championship-quality team. When someone's killing you at something, you figure it out on the fly, and you cancel it. But, this is the thing. They came here tonight, and they took care of business on the back-to-back, and it didn't even look like it was a back-to-back.
Is there a stat you love?
I like the team double-double, 10 or more steals and 10 or more blocks. It's only the 3rd time they've done it all season. It's almost like the players were tired of hearing the questions from the media, what's wrong with your defense, after they gave up 114 at Dallas.
Utah had struggled coming into this one, but they had been so good here at home. So many good things for you guys tonight. What stands out to you the most?
Our defense. We just want to continue to battle on the defensive end. I think we played with great pace tonight. Was able to get a lot of points in transition. And then we just played together. We shared the basketball. But guys, made sure that, that we came out, defensively. We know that they've been struggling, but like you said, they're a great team at home. And, for us, trying to put them away early. And then, we've been struggling coming out in the 3rd quarter, giving teams, more life, and we gave it up a little bit tonight, and then we kind of found it again, and just try to make sure that we gave them no life and try to put the game away. But it was a great effort all around.
Obviously, we know where you want to be personally, where you want this team to be defensively. It's easy for us to sit out here and be so impressed with what you do on that end of the floor. But after a night like tonight, how do you assess the defensive end for yourself?
Just try to make plays. Help my team out whenever I can. I think, our defensive mindset is great right now. Even at the end of the game when, Kuz could have gave up the layup. You know, he hustled down and gets a block shot. So those things are contagious, you know, and I just try to lead it every time I'm on the floor and hope guys follow, and, you know, guys are doing it. So anytime we can come out defensively, you know, we've been great, and, you know, I just try to set the tone.
One defense.
You've had great battles with Rudy Gobert over the years, especially given your goal that you want to win Defensive Player of the Year this year. Is there anything about that matchup in particular motivate you?
Go out there and play basketball. You know, he's two-time Defensive Player of the Year. I just go out there and play, knowing that he's pretty long and, you know, he protects the paint. Just try to use my quickness to my advantage.
One defensive play that.
You guys tonight, you held them to 5. What does it say about the team's energy and effort on both ends of the court?
You know, we just try to get back in transition. You know, we've been struggling a lot in transition. You know, team's been scoring a lot of points on the fast break, and we just try to get back and load up and make them play in the half court, knowing that we're a great half court defensive team. And when we do that, we're a tough team to beat. You know, and like I said, this team plays well at home. You know, and so for us on the second night, it was back-to-back.
Frank, just this game on top of last night, does that say anything for you about your team, or confirm anything that you thought earlier in the season, or did you expect it?
Well, we got a good team, and we have high aspirations, and, you know, we're trying to keep a game-to-game, you know, stay in the moment type of focus throughout the year. We had a big win last night. Would have been easy to come in here, you know, in a tough building to get a win in and not be at our best, but our guys were really locked in. You know, defensively, really tied into the plan. Shared the basketball offensively. We ran, you know, and second night of back-to-backs. A lot of times your team is at an energy deficit, and you know, our guys brought great energy. You know, get 32 fast break points on a second night of back-to-back. Okay, that's just a great effort by our team. So I'm proud of them for getting a win.
Did you call those 2 plays for Dwight to get the corner 3 and the long 2?
No, it's one of those like, you know, the scene from Major League where Willie Mays Hayes catches it over his shoulder, and then manager says, "Great catch, don't ever do it again." one of those situations. But we'll take the 3 points for sure.
How do you assess your team about 25% of the season? What do you come up with, seeing what you've done?
We just have a high ceiling. You know, we have a chance to be great, and you know, we're going to push our guys to build those habits, you know, along the way. And we still have a long way to go. It's a long season. It's still very, very early. We're off to a good start. That's all it is.
You looked at this back-to-back, you know, on Sunday, and said how tough it was, both these teams. What does it mean to you to kind of have both those down and have played these opponents like you have on the road?
It means a lot. I couldn't be more proud of how our guys have performed. You know, and you know, you don't perform that way if you look behind and feel good about last night's win, or look ahead to the next game. And you have to stay in the moment, and, you know, the only game that matters is the one you're playing. And our guys have been really locked in with that kind of mindset.
Katie, go ahead. AD's defense has obviously been a topic of discussion for the last, really all season. But is there a metric you guys look to specifically to kind of explain how effective he has been defensively?
I don't know if there's a specific metric. You know, analytics. You know, I use certain analytics that make sense to me. But to me, it's just him being on the floor helps our defense.
The minutes.
Yeah, minutes, right, is probably the most important one. Defensive rating, we have defensive rating per player, you know, and that matters. And we have it split up for when he's at the 4, when he's at the 5, you know.
Dwight, I suppose you should start with your long-range shooting. So not only do you have the 3, but you have the long 2. I've seen you practicing at pregame, but were you expecting to get those off in the game and sink them?
I was. I told Doe if I get another chance at a 3, I'm going to make it tonight. So, you know, I was glad I had my feet set. I got to make my free throws, though. I've been bricking lately, so just got to continue to focus, get back to the line, knock them down.
Well, I suppose you're able to have a little more fun with stuff like that, too, when you have such a big lead that you guys created. Starters got it going. You came in off the bench with Rondo, especially, and really pushed that lead. What was the key tonight?
The key was just coming out and dominate. You know, Utah's a really good team at home. I think this is their second loss at home all year, so we wanted to come out tonight and dominate from the beginning of the game, not let them breathe tonight, and we did that. You know, we got a really good win against a really good home team. Now we got to get ready for Portland.
Dwight, at Denver, at Utah, it's one of the tougher back-to-backs in the NBA. Did it say anything about you guys after what you did in November to just crystallize that and cement it moving forward?
November is over with. We can accomplish anything we want if we keep our minds on the prize, which is the championship. every night we step on the court, we want to have fun, but we got to keep in mind that we're trying to win a championship. And we got to have that mentality every time we make a play. Defense, offense on the bench, championship mentality, and we try to get them win.
All right, I'm just going back to the three for 1 second. Did you know it was going in upon release?
I didn't even look at the rim. It was just like, as soon as I let it go, man, I just knew it was going in. I'm thankful.
All right, Dwight, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Guys, Dwight Howard drilling long-range shots, everything going the Lakers' way as they win 121-96.